Hi, I'm Shane with the Drum Center of Portsmouth in Portsmouth, New Hampshire. We are on the web at drumcenternh.com. Today we are doing a shootout of what is the best drum set under $800. We are featuring two of our major contenders, one being the Tama Imperialstar drum set, the other being the Ludwig Element Evolution drum set. We wanted to have what the manufacturers kind of classify as an intermediate drum set. We chose these two particular kits because these are without a doubt the hottest ones in that price range. We carry other ones. The Yamaha Raideen is something that's worth noting. Also the PDP main stage kit. However, it really, when it comes down to this price point, it belongs to these two brands. We're going to start with the Tama Imperialstar, and the reason we'll start with the Tama Imperialstar is because that has been the best-selling drum set in the country for years and years and years. If there's anything I could say about this kit is that it has the name recognition, it has that history, it's just very well known. It has the Meinl HCS cymbal set with it. It has the legendary Tama hardware with it. It's the 5 drums and the seat. So at this price point, it has everything you're going to need. The hardware that comes on this set is really nice. It's a chain drive, single bass drum pedal, a snare drum stand, the hi-hat stand, a straight cymbal stand, and a boom cymbal stand. It's also a disappearing boom stand, so it might look like a straight stand at first, but if you pull the top out, you will see it will rotate. When it comes to sound, the Imperialstar does a really great job. That pre-muffled bass drum head basically gives you a really beefy drum sound right out of the gate. The snare drum head is like single ply coated, has a nice crack. The toms have the single ply clears. Now, it sounds pretty good. Like when I was playing it just now, I'm like, wow, these sound pretty good. I have a bit of a, I would probably want to change those heads ultimately. I do prefer a double ply head, especially for people getting started, because it'll make the drum sound a little bit deeper. It'll make tuning a little bit easier. And if you're hitting really, really hard, it's just going to be more durable. As it is, the drums have a nice open sound, and as a kit, it's a nice blend. The cymbals are the Meinl HCS, and this is their entry-level brass alloy cymbal set. Brass is the lower cost of the cymbals and typically is identified with bad sounding. But the Meinl HCS is actually where it starts to become musical. It does have some brassy overtones, but they have a 2-year warranty with them. They are durable, they sound pretty good, and fit in with this package really well. The shells on the Imperialstar right now are 100% poplar. What you're gonna find in drum sets at this price point is that the shells are typically poplar or Asian mahogany, or both. And one thing that's really important for you to focus on is that the bearing edges are correct and that the head can sit on the drum properly. It's not what it's made out of at this price point, it's how it's made. When it comes to options, Tama has a lot of options. They tend to have several add-on sizes available, and then they have several different colors too. So this makes that very appealing for people that want to make it a much bigger drum set. The Element Evolution is a combination of 3 of the biggest names in the drum world: Ludwig, Zildjian, and Remo. Symbol-wise, we've got the Zildjian Bronze Alloy ZBT. The hardware pack on the Element Evolution kit also comes with a chain drive bass drum pedal, snare drum stand, hi-hat stand, and it comes with 2 disappearing boom stands. So if you want one to act as a straight, you can. It also includes the seat. The sound of the Ludwigs have that typical Ludwig sound, the big boomy bass drum and the cracking snare drum, and the toms are really punchy and have significant low end. The tuning range is pretty versatile. You can go low or high and would work for any style of music, really. The bass drum head has the pre-muffled bass drum head for that nice low thumping sound. The coated snare drum head, single ply. And this kit has the 2-ply pinstripe tom heads. Now that's where it makes a big difference to me, because right out of the box, this kit has a great sound thanks to these heads. Typically, when you buy a drum set in this price point, you've got to factor in a whole new set of heads for the budget. This, you can actually get some life out of these heads and then come back and buy new heads later. When it comes to finish options on the Ludwig, it's all about the sparkles. So we've got the black, the blue, the white, the red, and then we've got a few add-ons available if you want to add extra 8-inch tom or 14-inch floor tom or another bass drum and turn it into a double bass monster. You have the opportunity to do that with these. Other things that's important to note when comparing the two kits is that they have very similar features. The bass drum spurs are very similar between two. They have that adjustment that will allow you to get up off the ground just a little bit, a spike that will protract so that the bass drum will stay put. They also both have a fold-over style tom bracket and floor tom bracket for stability of the mounting itself. The tom mount on both kits have a ball and socket style mount, which allow you to position it very easily. So the first thing we'll talk about are the drums themselves. We've got the 5 drums. We're gonna give that edge to Tama. Why are we gonna do that? Well, Tom is actually telling us what they're using for a shell. Other than that, I find them to be equal quality, but we're gonna give them the edge because they're at least telling us what it's made out of. When it comes to the hardware, again, I'm gonna go with Tama. The Iron Cobra bass drum pedal is one of the most famous bass drum pedals in history, and Tama hardware has been industry leading forever. Cymbals. This one is easily Ludwig. There is a huge difference between the ZBT over the HCS. If you bought the different packs individually, you would see a pretty significant price difference. So that one's a no-brainer. Ludwig wins that one. Drum heads. That one too, we're gonna go with Ludwig. they have the better sounding Remo heads. Now, in a perfect world, you're gonna upgrade the whole set of heads. We can help you with that. But out of the gate, the Ludwigs are gonna give you a little bit more mileage. Options, I'm gonna go with Tama on that one, because Tama has a little bit more when it comes to add-on features, and they have a little bit more with finishes. The downside to that is, are the finishes still available? Are the add-ons in stock? Because sometimes they can be hard to get. Sound, we're gonna call that one a dead tie. You might feel differently after hearing it, but they're both really equal sounding drum sets. They both play the same, they sound really good. It's tough to say which one's better. I'd say that's a pretty subjective choice. You're really not gonna make a bad choice here. They're both great drum sets. They're both way more than I could ever have imagined starting on. So why I recommend these drum sets is because it's going to give you the most mileage for your money. They'll both retain their value very well. So let's say you don't stick with it. Well, you can always get a good amount of your money back should you have to sell it. Let's say you do stick with it. You can keep it for a little longer than you would expect to. And then when you make that big upgrade, it'll be a little bit more easy on your wallet because you can always trade it in. Now, there are little things, little tweaks that I would make to both drum sets when it comes to making it work optimally for you. Please visit our website, give us a call, or come in and we can help you make it sound the best for you. And thanks for watching. I really appreciate you supporting the drumming community, and I hope that we can help you out.